On a late night, there's a lone man armed with only 2 weapons to defend himself against a horde of reanimated corpses. Despite gunning down the initial wave, the undead keep streaming in and there's no end in sight. As the minutes pass, it's clear that he won't see the light of day. This is the setting for Deanimator, a flash game created by Bum Brian Lee, a South Korean artist. Based on H.P. Lovecraft's short story of Reanimator, which tells the story of Dr. Herbert West and his assistant as they spend years trying to reanimate the deceased, which, when they eventually do, has major ramifications, especially for West. But returning to the game, you take the role of Herbert West, armed with a trusty 6-shooter and shotgun. The background is a creepy shade of red, blue, or green, and the setting changes from round to round, showing that West is moving around but that nothing will keep him safe from the results of his experiment gone wrong. Your objective is simple: hold off the endless hordes of undead that are coming for you. The undead emerge from multiple positions, either shuffling in from the right edge of the screen or clawing out of the dirt, like true zombies. With the undead approaching, use the revolver to kill or deanimate the zombies before they can reach you. You cannot move in this game, so this is more or less a last stand, but luckily for you, the revolver that you're given has infinite ammo, although you must use all of the cartridges before you can automatically reload. An ammo indicator in the top right corner lets you know how many bullets you have left to shoot. And get this, reloading takes time, so you have to time your shots carefully. And if you sense that you may be overrun due to a lack of ammo, you best find a way to quickly reload. On the bright side though, you can empty the gun into a beefy zombie to take him down just like in the story. You have to be selective on which zombies you choose to shoot as well, for there are 2 types of zombies in Deanimator, with the first being a literal bone-thin variant, while the other type is a beefy tank of a zombie that will take 3 or more bullets to kill. One trick that you can use to help manage the number of zombies approaching is to immediately shoot the zombies that are coming out of the ground, because you only need 1 bullet to kill them, regardless of what type of zombie they are. Another helpful tactic to implement is to shoot the zombies in the legs to slow them down if you're being overwhelmed with their numbers. And when they try to get up, finish them off with 1 shot. Now, the biggest concern of yours might be, well, what if the revolver isn't sufficient enough in later rounds? Well, this is where you break out the shotgun, which will let you deanimate the undead with just 1 shot. By using the shift key to change weapons, you can maneuver between the revolver and shotgun with ease. The best part of the shotgun is that you have 4 shots to use before being forced to reload. The biggest downside to using the shotgun is the long reload time, so be prepared to carefully time your shots. You don't want to blow through all 4 shells only to find out that the undead are closing in. With limited ammo, however, you can't just spam the shotgun, and one final challenge you must remember is to maintain ammo, as the amount of shells you use in the current round will carry into the next round, and if you forget, you may pull out the shotgun at the perfect time, only to find out that you need to reload. But despite your best efforts, you will eventually be overwhelmed by the relentless horde, I guarantee it, because during the final moments of Herbert West, there are a variety of death animations, all of them very brutal, that you will see. The first animation that you're probably gonna see is that the zombie will grab West and rip his head off along with his spinal cord, and then carry his head away, identical to how the undead decapitate his corpse in the short story. The next grisly animation has a large zombie lift West into the air as the zombie tears off his left arm, to which he uses to kill West with a vicious blow to the head. The zombie then walks off with the arm. The final animation is a callback to how West is killed by the zombies in the story, and this involves a bone zombie ramming his left arm, which is really a dismembered piece of bone, through West's stomach, and in one swift motion, the doctor is carried off into the night by the horde. Deanimator is one of those games that I remember very well because there's something about the simple design of the game, from the gameplay mechanics all the way to the background and compressed sound effects, which all Flash games are so memorable for, in addition to the various types of zombies, that makes this game fun to play every once in a while. Obviously, there isn't too much replay value, but I would say that there's a great joy in playing a game where you have really no responsibilities except to shoot the incoming zombies and manage your ammunition. I remember playing this game at school, and many classmates would often ask, "Hey, what game are you playing? What game is that?" So I would definitely say that this game catches eyes. And with that, Dr. Herbert West began his twisted journey to achieve his fantasy of bringing the human machine back to life through any means possible. And while he did succeed, one has to question whether or not the results were worthwhile. As in the animator, the results of his experiment have turned out of control, putting the entire Miskatonic Valley into danger from his ghastly abominations. So as a result, he takes up arms in order to retract the results of his actions, but as we have seen, it is a noble yet futile attempt. Herbert West unleashed his supposed control over life and death, but in doing so, inadvertently trapped himself to face endless waves of his own creation, thereby denying you the ability to survive this Flash game.